Today I'm going to make a no grain, no dairy, or refined sugar pumpkin roll. I already have all the ingredients in the bowl and already mixed up. So you're going to start with 1.5 cup of pumpkin or 1 can of pumpkin. You're going to use 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of either honey or maple syrup, pure maple syrup. The choice is yours. 4 eggs, 1/4 cup of soft butter, ghee, or coconut oil. I prefer to use a ghee, which is a clarified butter, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So you mix that all up with your mixer, and then you're going to add to it 1/3 cup of coconut flour, 1 heaping teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Now, if you don't like pumpkin pie spice, you could use just cinnamon and maybe nutmeg. Okay, so now you have your jelly roll pan. You're going to line it with parchment paper. This is extremely important. And you're going to leave a little bit hang over because you're going to want to grab this to get it out of the pan when it's done. So after all your ingredients are mixed, put it on your pan. And you want to spread it around. You want to make sure that it is as even in height when you're spreading it, like no really low spots and some really high spots. And it's kind of tricky, actually. You just can't go through that very fast. But in the meantime, also, as you're preparing this, preheat your oven to 325. Sometimes it wants to pull up off of the pan onto your spatula. So spread it around till you have it even. When it's all in there even, try and make it not all bumpy. Okay, here we go. So this is going to go into the oven and it's going to bake for 30 minutes. Our pumpkin roll is just out of the oven. When it comes out of the oven, you want it to cool just a few minutes. Now the tricky part is you need to hold on to your parchment paper. And that's why it's important to leave some parchment paper hang out. Now, I like to roll mine on a damp cloth, a lint-free cloth. So what you're going to do is, I'll turn it this way. While this is still warm, my cloth is still just a little bit too big, but I'll tuck it in. Well, okay, so you're going to start rolling this with the cloth and with the paper. So you want to roll it tight. There you go. And you're going to let this cool for a while. So now it's time to make the dairy-free whipped cream filling for our pumpkin roll. I want to show you, what you're going to use. You're going to use 2 cans of full-fat coconut milk. And then to that, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 4 tablespoons of honey, or you can use pure maple syrup. You can add to it a teaspoon of cinnamon or pumpkin spice. I did not add that to mine because I prefer it just to be like a vanilla. And if it doesn't get thick enough for you when you're done whipping it, You can add like a tablespoon of arrowroot powder. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you get your coconut milk, you're going to put it in the refrigerator. I like to put it in overnight. So when you get it out, what you're doing is you're separating the coconut milk from the liquid. And as you can see, it's solid. So you're going to want to take your knife and just start taking out the coconut milk, because that is what you're going to be whipping. Now, I'm down to the liquid. So just go ahead and pour the liquid out, the water out. And there is your coconut milk. It's nice and firmed up for you. Okay, I already whipped my filling up. So now we're going to unroll the pumpkin roll. So you're going to gently, as you're rolling here, you're going to be removing the parchment paper. So go slow on it. It can be a little tricky. Okay, parchment paper and the cloth. Well, I guess since it's clear down here, that's where I'll have to put the filling in. Now I made a double batch of filling because I have 2 of these that I'm making. You can put on as much as you like. Now I guess if you put a lot on here, it's going to start going out the side. And then we are going to roll it back up. Okay, so now just start and continue to slowly roll. If you get cracks on it, that's okay. It is absolutely not perfect. Now as you can see, I got a little too much filling on here. And this will firm up a little bit more once you put it in the refrigerator. Okay, there we go. I have a little split there, so I'm going to cut mine in half so you can see it. I'm going to push it back here. And there we go. This is your dairy-free, grain-free, unprocessed, sugar-free pumpkin roll. So I hope you try it and enjoy. For the second pumpkin roll that I made, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So I'm going to unroll my second one. This one I didn't use a cloth with. If it's a little thin and you think it's going to stick, just take your knife and run under it before you put your filling on and start to roll it, because it may break on you where This one is a little bit thinner than my first one. Okay, so for something different, I really like a spice cake with peanut butter filling. So the remainder of the whipped cream that we made, I added a sugar-free peanut butter, or you can use a sugar-free, or I'm sorry, no sugar added almond butter and no sugar added peanut butter. So that's what I'm going to try on this one. And when you add that, it does make your filling a lot thicker. And remember to, when you're done with these, when you have them all rolled and cut on your dish with plastic wrap, make sure that you store them in the refrigerator. Now, this one wants to split on me a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just keep rolling it. Just take your time and go slow. Gently push on it. Okay, so here is the dairy-free, grain-free, unprocessed, sugar-free pumpkin roll with the peanut butter filling in it. So also give this one a try. See how you like it.